It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back.
Welcome back indeed. You are here at your feel-good breakfast show, of course. We've post the Easter weekend. I know you've been binging. I know you've been tucking into those bellies. And of course, we are here to solve that problem and get you all in shape. And we know that the world is telling you to take it easy and relax, especially when you're in your retirement. But this is the time when you need to keep moving as a physical activity, and lifestyle becomes more important the older you get. So not only does exercise help you look and feel better, but it will also help you enjoy a better quality of life. And as you age, regular exercise will help you keep your mind and memory sharp, as well as improve your muscle mass, give you energy and a boost for the entire day, and of course help you manage any illness and pain. So if you're looking to stay fit and active in your golden years, this morning's routine is perfect for you. And of course, not only for you, anybody else out there that is looking to kind of just tone up the upper body, get some mobility, and maybe you're just struggling with kind of doing the crazy movements that we've been doing constantly in the show. So this is something to just kind of kick back. We're going to restart and get those muscles nice and toned. So we're starting off with something that's really interesting, and I've noticed a lot of guys have been responding to us on our social media pages and on Facebook, complaining about injuries. And one thing that I've noticed in common is a lower back injury, which is becoming quite a highlight. So today's workout is specifically looking at targeting lower body issues, any sort of pains or niggles that we do have. And we're going to start off with something really interesting. So this one, just by the way, is also for my ma. She turned 90 yesterday. It was her 90th birthday. Yeah. There she is, Ma.
Happy birthday!
So happy birthday, Ma. I hope you're joining in this one. We had an awesome family session yesterday where my cousin snuck a phone through the fence and managed to get on a Skype call. So that was really awesome to actually just get to see her. But anyway, back to business, guys. Ma, this one's for you. What we're going to do is, before we even grab our weights, we're going to basically sit up nice and straight. Everything we're doing on the chair now, we're going to make sure that we're increasing our posture. Obviously, we're staying nice and tall and maintaining a good breath. We don't want to be slumping in the chair, sitting in our hips. So you really want to use your core for these exercises, especially. What we're going to start off first is called a neural slider. And this is a great workout and a great sort of movement that gets a nerve that runs from your lower back all the way through the leg, all the way down to that little pinky toe. And we're going to kind of just get that to slide and get it to move, because often, like we are in lockdown, we're going to be sitting throughout the day, and this is kind of just going to get the mobility back. So what we're going to do is, lifting your leg up in front of you, you're going to have it nice and straight, toes off pointing to the sky, and you're dorsiflexed, and then you're going to lean your head towards the sky. So that's your first position. From here, you're going to lower that left leg on the ground and lower your head at the same time, crumbling in and getting your chin to go down towards your chest, and then you're going to repeat back to that restart position. So kick your leg back up, looking up to the sky, and then going straight back down. And you guys are going to repeat that for 5 reps in total, which will make 10 on each side. And you should start feeling a nice little stretch coming through that glute all the way down to the leg. Now this, if you aren't feeling it yet, is a really good movement just to get that slide going a little bit more, especially through the glute and the hamstring. So what we're going to do now is, if you crumble your head down while pointing your toe, leg is still pointed out towards the sky, what you're going to do now is dorsiflex that toe while still having it extended. So while I'm crunched down in this position, you can have your hands behind your back leg, and what you're going to do now is, keeping your head down, you're going to slowly point your toes towards the sky, and then away from the sky and away from you, and keep it pointing towards the sky again and then away from you. And you're going to repeat this movement for 5 reps. It's an incredible neural sliding exercise. You'll feel a little bit of a slight tinge and a burn just on that glute, but what it's doing actually, it's kind of releasing that muscle from being caught up in all the muscles that you kind of have, so that nerve doesn't catch as much on the muscle, and we're kind of just freeing that one up.
So it's basically perfect for everyone, not only the elderly, but for everyone who just wants a good stretch.
Exactly that. I, to this day myself, before I get onto the track and do incredible, crazy sprint work, I do neural sliding because it's so good just to free up the body and get that movement back. All right, so once you're done with that warm-up, we're going to go into the actual exercise work. And what we're going to start off with is something cool. It's a bicycle crunch. So we're going to the core as usual. Everybody needs a core workout. Everybody needs and can benefit from this. So what we're going to do is seated bicycle curl. You're going to start off, this is level 1. What you do is you have your hands behind your back, behind your head. And what you're going to try and do is get your elbow to touch the opposite knee. So as I'm sitting here, I'll get my left elbow to touch my right leg, my right knee. There we go, and that's your crunch, and you'll feel a good contraction in your core, and then straight over to the other side, and you get a good crunch, lifting that knee up nice and high, and you're gonna repeat this for 10 reps. You'll feel a nice squeeze as you're bending over. If this is a little bit too easy for you, you can step it up by just sliding your bum off the chair slightly, getting your legs to be nice and straight and extended, and in the same position, you're gonna do the exact same thing, and now you'll feel a little bit extra little work needed to get that core to crunch, and you're gonna constantly do that once again, 10 reps in total, feeling a lovely full contraction in that core. Moving over to our next exercise, this is a really cool one again. I love this one, I do it quite a bit. It's an adaptation of a figure 4 squat. What we're gonna be doing is a seated figure 4 calf raise. So lifting your leg up onto your rested leg or the bent knee, you'll already feel a little bit of a stretch in the glute and
100%.
in that back. So what we're gonna do now is, in this position, keeping your back straight, you're gonna lean over. So not rounding over, I'm gonna lean over, keeping my chest sticking out, lower back's nice and straight, and that foot that's on the ground, what you're gonna do is you're gonna raise that into the air. There you feel that contraction in the calf, that's a nice leg workout, and then you lower it straight back down. And you raise it up again, and you lower it straight back down. If you guys want an extra challenge, lean over even more, it'll increase the weight on the calf, it'll increase that stretch in the lower back as well as that glute, going all the way down to the side of the leg, and you're gonna repeat that movement, raising the calves, 10 reps in total, keeping a nice squeeze on the top and then lowering that leg right at the bottom. And if you want an extra eccentric load, what you can do is put a little block, a book or anything underneath your foot, and that gives you that extra stretch on that lower calf and allows me to get a better range of motion when I am lifting my calf up and doing that raise. And again, obviously, a good stretch in that lower body. All right, moving to the upper body. So those are 2 core exercises, moving over to lower body. Now we're gonna get those upper body movements going. So you can grab your weights. Kukule's got her can
I've got like 2 cans.
I've got my water bottles. These are 1.5 kgs. As we always say, you guys have incredible gym hacks that you can use. You can fill this up with sand or anything else that you want to do. And now we're going to work on our posture once again, getting those scaps to set quite nicely. And what we're going to be doing is a seated front raise. So holding the weight in front of you, you're going to have your thumbs pointing towards each other. That's going to get these delts on the front here. And what you're going to do is keeping your scaps nice and set. So making sure we're not rounding our back, staying nice and tall. We're gonna go for a simple raise up into the air, hold that for 2 seconds, 1, 2, and then lower that straight back down. Beautiful form. Come straight back up again, and you wanna get an extra little bit of eccentric load. Lower the weights all the way down to the side of your body, all the way to restart, and then lift it straight back up. And that's your seated front raise. I'm keeping my core engaged, I'm keeping my chest out, and I'm using my core at the same time while my scaps are set, and I'm doing 10 reps in total for that. And that's a lovely little burn. I'm sure you're feeling that in your shoulders already.
Absolutely feeling it.
And
but
of course,
you know what?
Yeah.
These are perfect exercises as well. Should we go back to the office? If you're seated on your chair and you feel like you need to crack a back or you need to warm yourself up a little bit, you know?
Definitely.
These will come in handy.
Definitely. So you guys at home, try this out. You don't have to be a senior to capitalize on your golden years. You can start today. Obviously, I still benefit from these exercises and you can too. So I hope you are enjoying these incredible equipment hacks. We'll be doing some more of this after the show. So join us live. And I believe something is cooking in the kitchen, or are we going to an ad break? Ad break.
We are
and then the kitchen. So we will see you
going
straight
to an
after
ad
this.
break.